Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about a very important deal which is also called as father of all deals. That is, we are talking about Indo-US Trade Deal. This deal has become very contentious point with regard to various news broadcasting channels, and Rahul Gandhi particularly is asking about this deal time and again in the budget session. We'll see a lot of information with regard to this, why this deal is called as father of all deals, and if you are not aware of this fact that we do also have mother of all deals, and that deal is called as Indo-Euro deal, Indo-Euro trade deal. I hope this is all clear to you. Let us see, this is one of the important articles. These are the important what statements, these are the important headlines that has been around with regard to this particular trade deal. Government sold Bharat Mata. It is a wholesale surrender. Rahul Gandhi on Indo-US trade deal. Then again, today the news has come that there will be huge impact because of this trade deal on the JK, Jammu and Kashmir food growers. Then we also have Umar Abdullah saying that Indo-US trade deal is a Sauda not beneficial for Jammu and Kashmir. Then you also see here that opposition all set to question Indo-US trade deal in the union budget. So there's lot of aura has been created, lot of controversy has been created, lot of opposition has been created with regard to this particular deal. Why is it so? Let us see that in detail one by one. Okay, so the first important thing here is February 2nd. What has happened? Mr. Donald Trump, US President, announced that he and the Prime Minister Modi ji has agreed a trade deal. In this trade deal, let us see what India got, what America got, whether it is a win-win situation both the countries or not. Let us see that one by one. So what India got? Okay, so whereby the United States will reduce the reciprocal tariffs, lowering it from 25% to 18%. So basically what happens in USA, as because it's a very big developed country, so whenever USA do the exports to other countries, the other countries used to tariff them 50%, 60% like that. Whenever other countries like India export to USA, basically they used to tariff around 17%, 18% like that. Means when your goods are coming to my home, let us suppose I am USA, when other countries goods are coming to my country, so I am actually levying or imposing very less tariffs. When my products are actually going into your country, you are actually levying 3 times and 4 times of the tariff that I have levied. So what I thought, okay, when I became the president of United States, like as Donald Trump, then I said and clearly announced that I will be having a reciprocal tariff, which is written here. Reciprocal tariff is nothing but if you charge my products with a 50% tariff, I will also charge your products with 50% tariff. That is actually called as reciprocal tariff. That has been increased actually 25%, and more 25% was levied because India is purchasing from Russia. Okay, oil from Russia. So in and out around 50% of the tariff we are actually US have imposed on our products to their country, and on the pharma they have imposed nearly around 100% too. So recently February 2, Donald Trump has met to Prime Minister Modi ji, and both of them has discussed, and the tariffs were back to what? Normalization. So this is the important step that has been taken in the Indo-US trade deal. India has now received a competitive edge in exports. Now our products can easily compete with other products in the USA markets, in the USA supermarkets, etc., so and so forth, compared to other Asian nations. If you see, the 18% is very lesser than 37% which the US have imposed on China, 20% imposed on Bangladesh, 19% imposed on Pakistan. So with regard to the Asian nations, USA has imposed very lesser tariff than the so-called the friend countries of USA like Pakistan and Bangladesh. China anyhow is a hostile country to USA, that's why the tariffs are anyhow high, and obviously I don't want to even compare India with Bangladesh and Pakistan, also very poor country, and one is suffering from the very huge political crisis. But in and out you can see that when USA is imposing tariff on Asian countries, they have lowered it a lot when compared to when it comes to what India. Thanks to Modi ji, he found a way out in order to to Donald Trump, okay, at least in this particular area, and the very huge problem of what adverse economic impacts has not been started. Also, we got the trade deal in place. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has also said that, who has also been a part of the negotiations when this trade deal is being made. He was also sitting in the meetings. He said that Indo-US Trade Deal will open up huge opportunities for domestic farmers, MSMEs, entrepreneurs, and skilled workers, and promote Make in India initiative. It is his quote. It is his assumptions. It is his estimation that this trade deal will open a lot of opportunities, lot of growth with regard to these areas. The trade deal, which will be effective immediately, when right after the trade deal is signed, it will be effective on the very next day. It's not like that we are going to implement in 2027 or after 5 months like that. It's not like that. It will be immediately implemented, will help Indian exports to tap the US market. And moreover, if you are not aware of this fact, Indian exports are very huge in US markets with regard to the garments, seafood, chemicals. Okay, this is very, very important. And the Donald Trump and Modi ji is like made a deal here. It is a godsend deal. Experts also says that the trade deal will highly beneficial for the textile and apparel, which is among the most price sensitive segments of India's export to USA. Additionally, if you see the engineering goods also form the largest share of India's exports to the USA, covering the auto components, industrial machineries, electrical equipments, and capital goods. These exports typically operate on a single digit margin, making the tariff runs immediately. The moment you send the exports to the USA, you will get some extra money out of it. So whenever this trade deal comes into effect immediately, our exporters will start getting the revenue and getting the margins very early. They can able to realize this. Gems and jewelry exports, including cut and polished diamonds and gold jewelry, are high value but highly competitive. Tariffs impact retail pricing and inventory costs for the US wholesalers and retailers. That's what it is. Now, what America has got. Okay, so what India has got? India got reduced tariff that we have seen in the first year. Reduced tariff. This tariff is lesser than the other tariff imposed on the Asian other countries. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has said that it will create a lot of advantage to the domestic farmers, okay, MSME entrepreneurs. He also said that the moment this tariff will get effective, so our exporters will start making money. He said, and our largest share is coming with regard to the exports is coming from what? Coming from textile, coming from engineering goods, coming from auto components, and also gems and jewelry. So these are the important areas which are going to get benefited out of this Indo-US trade deal. Now let us see what America has got. India will eliminate all tariff and non-tariff barriers on the US products. India will now move to a reduced tariff and non-tariff barriers against US to zero. Means whatever the goods coming from USA to our country, zero tariff will be there. I guess this is a big compromise. That is what they are going to talk about in the parliament. Rahul Gandhi will be taking up this particular issue that before we are taxing around 50% or 40%, whatever it is. Now you made it to very zero. How come this deal is a good deal to the Indians, to the actual consumers? Because when the products come here, we are going to purchase, and we are going to purchase on zero tariffs. So it's not like it's really very difficult for us to compete in the competitive market here. Zero tariff means our local manufacturers will be affected. Why? Because they are having no tariff, so they can sell at cheaper prices than the local manufacturers. That will impact the complete MSME industry in our country. Okay, India will purchase for over 500 billion worth of US energy, US technology, agriculture products, coal, and many other products. India agreed to stop buying Russian oil and to buy much oil from US and Venezuela. This is a very high compromise. We are just, Russia is here, but we don't want to buy from here. The US is not allowing. We have to go and buy South Samundar Par, which is in Venezuela. We have to buy. This is little bit disheartening to me that if India is a sovereign nation, we do not follow anybody's advice with regard to external and internal affairs of our country. But US is dictating that. The dictation is very, very hurting to us. This is also going to be one of the important contentious issue with regard to the parliamentary proceedings which are happening during the budget session. So out of this, I did not like it personally. I did not like it personally. I did not like it personally. All of these are very much okay. This will definitely impact our local manufacturer. Why we should be compelled to buy this from US only? If we get from Japan all of this in lesser prices, can't we buy it? So that is a very big question here. And he right away rejected our demand to we have been from traditionally we have been purchasing from Russian oil. Okay, now Russia will be very much miffed and annoyed with us. Why? Because we are actually following the footsteps or the dictation which is being given by what USA, which is not called for. So India has been losing on foreign policy, losing on the local manufacturer, losing on our money also by making them commitments to buy energy, technology, etc., so and so forth. Now reduce. Now what is the problem here is J&K, Jammu and Kashmir fruit sellers are going to be affected. Why? Because okay, India has signed the Indo-US Trade Deal on the condition that reduced tariff will be there on imported apples. Will put the apples from Kashmir and Himachal at the huge disadvantage because these are all coming at zero tariff. The marginal farmers, already the farmers in the Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal are suffering from the import of apples from Iran, US and New Zealand. Now another entrant has come which is going to be very competitive. Rising input costs, already our farmers are facing. Sudden changes in the weather, our farmers are facing. Outbreak of pest on and off, our farmers are facing. Already suffering from a very distressed and financially stressed horticulture sector. The reduction in duties will add the last nail in the coffin, means completely burying the horticulture sector of what Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. So very, very disheartening to the Jammu and Kashmir, who is which is manufacturing what, which is actually producing lots of apples for the whole country. They are facing the company. Our own producer and agriculture farmers are facing the competition from what, imported apples, that to coming with a zero tariff, which is literally, I don't like this also. Okay, right. So one important concept is that you get tariff barriers. You understand that it is nothing but how much percentage of duty that you are levying or not, that is called as tariff barriers. When we talk about non-tariff barriers, include various restrictions such as licensing rules, quotas, certification requirements in order to import any good. Local sourcing norms will be there. 10% should be indigenous or 20% should be indigenous. That are called as local sourcing norms, and regulatory approvals from the government that can limit the market access. These are all considered to be a part of non-tariff barriers. I hope this is all clear to you. What is your opinion? Did we gain much? Did we lose much? Write in the comment section, because our voices are very, very important, because it goes to the government for sure. This is how we build the public pressure, and with the help of the government should tweak and squeeze their policies, with the help of which our local manufacturers, our people should get benefited from the policies that the government brings in. I hope this is all clear to you. Take care. Have a nice day ahead. Keep watching me. Keep sharing my videos to all of your friends. Have a nice day. Good day.